Have you ever heard of a small country in Central America where volcanoes are still active, majestic Mayan ruins are hidden in the jungle, and indigenous culture is still alive every day? That is Guatemala, the hidden gem of Central America. A place where the ancient past and the colorful modernity intertwine in every street, every smile, and every sacred ritual. Today's video will take you on a mesmerizing journey, where breathtaking landscapes, warm people, and a mysterious culture will leave you spellbound. If you love exotic lands, little-known stories, and authentic experiences, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next journeys. And now, let's immerse yourself in the pristine heartbeat of Guatemala, where every step is a story, every land is a secret waiting to be revealed. Guatemala is located in Central America, surrounded by colorful countries, Mexico to the north and west, Belize to the northeast, Honduras to the east, and El Salvador to the southeast. With its special geographical location, Guatemala has both a long southern coastline along the Pacific Ocean and a small strip of coastline bordering the Caribbean Sea to the east, creating ecological diversity and huge economic and tourism potential. Not only that, Guatemala also plays a strategic role in the region. It is a bridge between North America and South America, and is located near the Panama Canal, a vital international trade route, helping this country to always be present on the economic and political maps of the region. In terms of terrain, Guatemala stands out with its wild and majestic beauty of mountains. This country owns more than 30 volcanoes, many of which are still active, creating spectacular and mysterious scenes. In addition, the vast plateau and tropical jungle are home to countless rare species of flora and fauna, as well as indigenous communities that still preserve their ancestral traditions. Despite having only 2 small coastal areas, this is an attractive destination for tourists with blue sea, white sand, warm water all year round, and peaceful fishing villages imbued with Central American culture. After visualizing the unique location and terrain of Guatemala, let's go deeper into one of the souls of this country, where time is preserved through each ancient stone, the ruins of the Maya civilization. Hidden deep in the Petén jungle in northern Guatemala, there is an ancient wonder whose mysteries the modern world has yet to fully uncover, Tikal, the legendary city of the Maya civilization. This is not only one of the largest and most impressive archaeological sites in the Americas, but also a living symbol of a civilization that once reached the pinnacle of knowledge and creativity. Stepping into Tikal, you will feel as if the past still lingers in every moss-covered stone slab. Towering temples rise above the jungle canopy, majestic pyramids and vast plazas were once the religious, political, and social centers of the Maya. It was here that they demonstrated their magnificent construction skills, creating structures that the modern world admires. Not only famous for their architecture, the Maya also developed a unique hieroglyphic writing system, accurately calculated celestial movements, and created the famous Maya calendar, one of the most brilliant achievements of ancient civilization. Walking among the ancient temples, you will not only admire the architectural beauty, but also feel a mysterious space, as if listening to the echoes from thousands of years ago. This is where the past and present intersect, creating an unforgettable experience. What is special is that the Maya heritage does not only lie in ancient stone ruins. More than 40% of Guatemala's population today are still Maya, and they continue to preserve their language, customs, and traditional rituals as an inseparable part of the national soul. To better understand how these values are lived today, let us delve deeper into the daily lives of indigenous communities where culture is not contained in museums, but is present in every house, every costume, and every story passed down from generation to generation. Today, despite the passing of many dynasties and generations, the modern Maya remain a strong presence in Guatemalan cultural life. Communities such as the Kich, Keki, Kakshakal, Mam, and many other ethnic groups not only survive but also contribute to the country's rich and diverse identity. With over 20 indigenous languages still spoken on a daily basis, Guatemala has one of the greatest indigenous linguistic diversity in the Americas, highlighting the strong connection between indigenous communities and their history and culture. As you walk through the highlands or villages around Lake Atitlán, you will often see colorful traditional costumes, especially the huipil, a brocaded garment worn by Maya women. Each community and ethnic group has its own unique patterns and colors, like a hand-woven cultural map that tells the story of their ancestors, their land, and the sacred beliefs they still uphold today. The huipil is not just a garment, but also a symbol of a deep connection to history and tradition. Guatemala is especially alive during its traditional festivals, an indispensable part of its culture. Semana Santa, Holy Week, in Antigua, is one of the largest and most artistic Catholic festivals in Latin America, where elaborate carpets of flowers and colored sand are laid out on the streets, showing respect and devotion to the faith. On the other hand, the giant kite flying ceremony in Zumpango brings a completely different atmosphere full of color, legend, and spiritual connection between the living and the dead. The giant kites soaring high in the sky are not only a symbol of the connection between heaven and earth, but also a testament to the resilience of the communities. After exploring the unique cultural life of the modern Maya, it is time to leave the indigenous houses and immerse ourselves in the majestic nature of Guatemala, where volcanoes, jungles, and lakes create breathtaking footage. Guatemala is a country where nature paints breathtaking landscapes, with diverse terrain ranging from rugged mountains, lush green plateaus, dense forests, to crystal-clear lakes and two idyllic coastal regions bordering the Pacific Ocean and the Caribbean Sea. This diversity not only brings rich landscapes, but also shapes the lifestyle, culture, and livelihood of the people here. The different forms of nature directly affect the lives and long-standing traditions of the Guatemalan people. Most prominent in the Guatemalan landscape is the Majestic volcanic system, with more than 30 volcanoes, of which Volcán de Fuego, volcano of fire, is always smoldering and regularly erupting. The red lava flows in the dark night create a spectacular scene, full of reverence for the power and beauty of nature. Volcanoes are not only symbols of life and destruction, but also provide fertile basalt soil for agricultural areas around the foot of the mountain, where crops are sustainable and abundant. At the heart of Guatemala's natural beauty is Lake Atitlán, one of the most beautiful lakes in the world. Surrounded by three towering volcanoes and traditional Mayan villages, Atitlán is a place where tranquil nature and vibrant indigenous culture meet. Beautiful sunrises over the lake, along with peaceful afternoons and colorful local markets, will be experiences that visitors will not want to leave. Further north, the Petén jungle appears as a wild kingdom, home to hundreds of rare species of animals and plants, where the wildness and freshness of nature remains intact. Petén is not only the green lung of Guatemala, but also a place that hides the secrets of the ancient Mayan civilization, with mysterious ruins and relics waiting to be discovered. And after feasting your eyes on the wild and majestic natural beauty, let's explore another fascinating aspect, Guatemalan cuisine, where flavors tell the story of the land, sky, and people. Guatemalan cuisine is a perfect blend of ancient Mayan cultural heritage and Spanish influences, creating flavors that are both rustic and profound. Each dish is not only a blend of local ingredients and traditional cooking techniques, but also a vivid account of the history, beliefs, and souls of the people here. Each dish contains stories about the country, the combination of cultures, and a unique approach to exploiting the rich natural resources. Among the traditional dishes, pipián stands out as a classic pre-Columbian stew, rich with a combination of meat, chili, sesame, and nuts. This dish is indispensable during holidays and is often eaten with rice or tortillas. Tamales, corn cakes wrapped in leaves, bring the feeling of closeness to family meals, expressing the richness of community life and sharing. And if you want to try a rich taste of Maya identity, Kakak, the spicy red chicken soup of the Keki people, will be an unforgettable experience, rich in culture, delicious and meaningful. Not only food, Guatemala is also famous around the world for high-quality coffee, grown on fertile volcanic slopes. The coffee here has a deep, smooth taste, carrying a hint of the wild tropical land and cool climate, a specialty exported globally, contributing to the national economy. Cuisine not only nourishes the body, but is also a way for Guatemalans to pass on memories and connect the community. They preserve culinary customs for centuries, passing down recipes from generation to generation. And if you think Guatemalan culture is only about food, there is another miracle waiting for you. The people here are hospitable, resilient and compassionate souls, who will make you fall in love with this land at first sight. Guatemalan people possess valuable qualities, a blend of friendliness, hospitality, and a deep sense of community. Visitors coming here not only feel the hospitality in every look and smile, but also recognize a special cultural feature, that is solidarity and mutual support in all circumstances. Guatemalan people are always proud of the solidarity in the community, where each individual is not only a part of their family but also a link in the large social chain. They share all joys and sorrows and together overcome the difficulties and challenges of life. Despite facing countless difficulties such as natural disasters, wars and poverty, Guatemalan people are always resilient, maintaining faith in life and preserving their traditional culture. Their resilience is not only demonstrated in maintaining traditional values, but also in their ability to recover quickly after natural disasters. Their strong spirit of solidarity helps them stand firm, looking for new opportunities to rebuild their lives after the breakdown. In particular, Guatemalan women play an extremely important role in preserving and promoting culture. Many of them are textile artisans, creating famous brocade products, which are not only a part of daily life, but also a symbol of the national cultural heritage. They are not only the guardians of traditions, but also teachers and social activists, contributing to improving the quality of life for the community and promoting the sustainable development of the country. Guatemalan women not only teach culture, but also contribute to movements fighting for the rights of women and indigenous communities. However, despite the strong spirit of the Guatemalan people, modern society is also posing many new challenges. From economic and political changes to preserving cultural identity in the context of globalization. While traditional values are still preserved, Guatemalan society is facing the intrusion of foreign cultural elements and changes in the way of life, which raises the question of maintaining the uniqueness of the national cultural identity. So what challenges will Guatemala face in this transformation? Let's explore further in the section on modern life and the challenges that this country is facing. Guatemala City, the vibrant and colorful capital of Guatemala, is the country's economic, cultural, and transportation hub. It is not only a hub of bustling commercial activity, but also an academic destination with many major universities and a creative space for young artists seeking to reshape Guatemala's contemporary culture. Modern skyscrapers intermingle with old neighborhoods, Catholic churches, and traditional markets to create an urban picture that is both modern and deeply historical. However, behind this picture of development are significant challenges. Guatemala City is facing high poverty rates, clear social inequality, and complex issues related to immigration, the environment, and urban security. The slums that have sprung up next to modern commercial centers are clear evidence of the growing gap between rich and poor. At the same time, air and urban wastewater pollution are seriously affecting the quality of life of the people. However, amid the difficult problems, art and music are still the strong lifeblood of this city. The sound of the marimba, a traditional instrument that embodies the soul of Guatemala, still resonates throughout the streets, acting as a bridge between the past and the present. Many young artists are also painting street paintings, organizing independent art exhibitions, and experimenting with new forms of expression, bringing a creative breeze to the capital. However, those challenges cannot reduce the attractiveness of this country to those who love to explore. Guatemala is still an exciting destination, where visitors can experience the wild beauty of nature, learn about ancient cultural mysteries, and enjoy dishes rich in identity. Let's continue the journey to explore Guatemala tourism, a destination not to be missed for those who love adventure and discovering new things. Guatemala is a must-see destination for those who love adventure, exploration, and seeking authentic local experiences. Each land here has its own story and unmistakable charm, especially famous places like Antigua, one of the country's gems. Recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site, Antigua stands out with its almost intact Spanish colonial architecture. The cobblestone streets, ancient churches, and central squares give the feeling of being lost in a living book of history, where time seems to slow down so visitors can feel every breath of the past. Not far away, Champi appears like a hidden paradise, with a jade-green stream flowing through beautiful natural limestone steps. The scenery here is both peaceful and wild, making anyone who has ever set foot here cannot help but admire. This is not only a destination for nature lovers, but also an ideal place to relax and swim in the quiet mountains and forests. Not stopping there, Guatemala is also attractive for its unique community tourism experiences. Visitors have the opportunity to directly interact with Mayan communities, learn how to weave handmade fabrics, cook traditional dishes, and participate in colorful indigenous ceremonies. These activities not only bring deep cultural understanding, but also help create an emotional connection between people and this land. For those who love thrills and majestic nature, Guatemala has no shortage of adventure activities, climbing active volcanoes, kayaking on Lake Atitlán, known as one of the most beautiful lakes in the world, or exploring the Petén Jungle, a green home to hundreds of rare species of flora and fauna and ancient Mayan ruins. After soaking up the natural beauty and challenging adventure activities, let's move on to an equally important part of Guatemala: the role of women, who both preserve traditions and contribute to the country's modern development. In addition to preserving cultural heritage, many women in Guatemala are also standing up for social issues, especially protecting the rights of indigenous communities. They lead movements to protect the rights of the community and improve the quality of life for the people, while promoting children's education and fighting for gender equality. These women are not only symbols of resilience, but also tireless leaders, promoting positive social change. While still upholding traditional values, Guatemalan women today have also become modern, dynamic, and internationally integrated models. They combine personal development in the modern world with respect and protection of culture, the core values of the nation. Their image is a perfect combination of past and future, tradition and innovation. At the end of our journey to explore Guatemala, we are not only impressed by the natural beauty, cultural heritage, and long-standing traditions, but also feel the strength of the people here, especially Guatemalan women, who have been and are contributing significantly to the development and preservation of the soul of the country. Guatemala is not only an ancient land, but also a living heart in the heart of Central America, where the pulse of nature and people blend magically. With majestic volcanoes, ancient Mayan ruins hidden in the jungle, and the warm hospitality of the indigenous people, Guatemala offers an unforgettable experience. You will be immersed in genuine smiles, enjoy rich cuisine, and admire the resilience of the women here, who are preserving and promoting traditional culture. If you are looking for an adventurous journey, where nature and people meet, Guatemala is the ideal destination. A country not only for you to come and see, but also where you can live, feel, and listen to the heartbeat of a culture that has never stopped flowing. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment under this video so we can share more wonderful stories about this country with you.